Hello, stock traders and investors. I hope all of you had a fantastic trading day today. I had a very solid trading day myself. I finished up 5.01% gain, so I had some really terrific gains today. If you were following the top 7 from yesterday and you had all the stocks that we talked about in yesterday's video, you should have had a 0.67% gain. So I was able to beat that quite a bit with some intraday trading that I did, and today was a good day. Month to date, if you are following along on the top 7, you should be really close to a 22.86% gain. That is, of course, depending upon your entry points and exit points, but should be somewhere close to that if you were in evenly all the different picks that we've had since the beginning of the month. Year to date, my return is 345.25%, which is pretty fantastic. I had a 200% goal at the beginning of the year, and I've outdone that. And so I'm looking to new goals, and I'm hoping for and working on a 500% gain. I think that would be pretty terrific, and something that I think would be pretty amazing considering what's gone on in the world this particular year. My intraday trades, I need to cover those first. So today I intraday traded VIVE, SGLB, and OVID. And my big win was actually a short on OVID, on OVID. I was able to short that intraday and earn a 26% gain on it, which was pretty terrific overall on all of my different intraday trades that I had throughout the day. Not all of them were winners, but most of them were small gains except for my short that did so well. Overall, 27.32%. And I like Webull, and I want to talk about that real quick just because it's so easy to short stocks on its platform that you can short stocks on, and it's very easy to use, very intuitive, and it'll let you short in pre-market and aftermarket, which I think is really handy. And if you're looking for a free stock and also some of the powerful tools, please check it out in the description down below. You get one free stock when you sign up and another free stock when you deposit money. The thing with OVID that I kind of want to talk about is that they released positive news on some data that they had, and so the stock had really moved up, but at the same time they also said we're doing an offering. And I think a lot of investors did not catch that, and the stock went from $8 a share, which is their offering price, all the way up to $10.75. And so I saw a golden opportunity, because I saw both pieces of news, to nab that offering price and get pretty high up there. And then the stock did drop throughout the day because of the offering, which is typically what happens. It was just a really cool thing. I don't get an opportunity to do that too often, but when it does happen, man, is it really sweet. I got some sales to report, so let's go ahead and cover those. So today I sold RRR, Red Rock Resorts. I sold it for a 13% gain. We'd had that on the top 7 list for a long time. It was time to sell it. It hadn't had any new insider activity until, of course, tonight, and then it had more insider activity. But the next one I sold was CRMD. I was able to sell it for the smallest of gains, a 0.2%. So only a 0.2% gain, but I followed my strategy and I followed my play. And most of the time it will work. That's just one of those things that you just kind of have. The next one is I sold FBIO. I probably made a mistake going into this. I didn't realize one of their series of stock that they did an offering on, and so then that was kind of tough on it. I lost 7% on that. I will re-enter it probably at a later date looking back at it, but whenever there's an offering, I don't feel too comfortable in that situation, and so I exited for that reason. You have to fight for a good entry price. A lot of times, if you find a stock that has a particular catalyst that you're looking for, you'll get that great entry price right when it happens. But after the stock has run 30% or 15%, I just don't recommend it. Just stay out of those. Do not chase and go up. You have to fight for a good entry price, because what a lot of times happens is stocks that are overreact going way up, they will overreact going way down again. And so you have to be smart, and you have to be patient, and you have to fight for those extra couple cents to get a good deal. There are definite indicators to look for as a stock comes down, where you can find the bottom and where you can see a recovery. And so that is what I suggest. Don't chase, even when it goes way up. There's always another stock. There's always another opportunity. If a good entry point doesn't present itself on a stock, just skip it. You can beat yourself up and say, oh, I lost out on that. But if you chase it and go up on it, you're going to be really sorry. You're going to get punished for that type of behavior in the stock market. That's just how it works. The stock market doesn't really care that you want to make money. And so that's one thing you just got to watch for. And I just want to encourage you really to fight for a good entry price. Okay. So I have so many stocks to cover, so let's get right to it. And let's start with the others. These are stocks that I am covering and that I own and have recommended in our Patreon group, but that are not in the top 7. Okay, so let's start with the first one. The first one is CWH. So this did not have a good day. It finished down 10.65%. My average in it's $33.63. So the RV group bought more shares today, and so more insider activity, and they have been buying up shares as they've been going on. And they bought up more shares today, and then the stock just dropped. And it's very strange to see that. It's going to happen every once in a while where you just have an insider and then you go in on it. And I recommended it and then it just dropped. So now it's under a short sale restriction, which means tomorrow no one can initiate a new short position on it. I expect this to help the stock out quite a bit. And so I'm expecting a big recovery out of this. It was unfortunate that that happened. That's just going to happen sometimes. This is the stock market. Anything can happen. But every reaction is an overreaction, and there was nothing to react to. So I don't quite understand the drop. In fact, the news was positive because there was insider activity. So I expect this one to bounce right back. And if you're looking for a terrific value, I think CWH is a really good value at the price that it's at right now. You can definitely do better than the $33.63 price I paid. The next one is ADMA, and this one had insider activity this morning also and then dropped right afterwards too. ADMA should be skyrocketing right now, but it's a plasma company, and I'm expecting this to really turn around. And so that's one of the reasons why I recommended it, and a lot of us entered into ADMA. Today it finished down 1.39%. My average in it's $2.89. I kind of had an awful entry because I was a little bit impatient trying to get into it on the insider activity, and then once market opened, it dropped, and I definitely should have waited for that market open. But you know, hey, we got to fight for better entries, and next time I'll do better. That's just what you got to do. The next one is VRCA, and this has been on the list for a couple of days. This one didn't do too well either. Today it finished down 1.57%. My average in it's $9.64, so it really hasn't performed very well. But there's been so much insider activity, and before I bought and sold this and made really good money on it. And so I am looking for more activity and looking for other investors to come in and push this up. But Paul Manning and others have been buying up shares on this, and so I think that this one is one that is a terrific value right now, definitely. The next one is TTOO. Today it finished down 1.94%, and my average in it is still $1.67, so I'm just kind of hanging in there with it. There's so many catalysts on this and so much news coverage on this stock. It could pop at any time. So this is one of mine that I'm just kind of expecting a big pop, and it's going to happen with any kind of little news. A lot of different investors like this stock, just like me, and so I can see this one really moving up. The next one that I'm covering is KALA. This has been on the list a little while. This is a PDUFA run-up stock. Today it finished up 2.55%. My average in it's $9.27. Analyst targets on it are at $22. It has an October 30th PDUFA date, so that's still a long ways away. And so that's one of the reasons why it's not in the top 7 yet, but I wanted to get in it early so I can catch that run up, definitely. The next one is ZSAN, and this stock has been fantastic in my portfolio. Just really terrific. Today it finished up another 4.84%, so I'm loving the price action on this, and I want to say thank you to my friends out there that recommended this stock to me. The average on this is $1.36. That's my average, so I was able to catch a major dip that really didn't last long. Kind of had to be quick. It lasted less than a day, and I was able to get in and just loving it so far. It's got a PDUFA date of October 20th, and I think this one has a tremendous ability to run up. I think it's going to be really terrific. The next one is XRX. Today it finished down 2.02%. This is an insider swing play. My average in it's $18.50, and insiders have been buying up shares, especially a director, and also the Icon Group have been buying up millions and millions of dollars of shares, and so I like XRX for that reason, and I've been able to buy and sell it already a couple times for a small profit. It's just very bullish activity, and as long as that insider activity keeps coming in, I'll keep coming back for more and getting in and out of it and making money on it. The next one, this is not in the top 7, and if I had my top 7 to redo, this would be number one. Let me tell you why. NGM, it finished up 0.88%. Yeah, just kind of sorted today, but my average in it's $19.18, but there's been so much insider activity. And tonight, after market close, after I'd already made this list, there was more insider activity, and man, was it bullish. They have a presentation on Saturday coming up on their phase 2 data that's coming up. And with all the insider activity, I'm expecting this thing to really surge now, especially all those investors that saw that activity reported tonight. I really expect to get in tomorrow. So this one I think is going to do really well tomorrow and probably the rest of the week. Anyway, NGM is a strong stock and I highly recommend it. So we have this group, and it's a Patreon group that we've started putting together, and we have a Discord that's attached to it. These are lots of fantastic investors and also great people that are really helping one another, and it's really wonderful to see, and I'm just so proud of it. And if you're looking to be part of a group like this where a bunch of investors help one another, we're almost at 250 people, and we are growing each and every day. We'd love you to be a part, so please just check it out in the description down below. I guarantee you, you will get one good trade out of this that will pay for months. I just think it's a really good group, and it's something really special that you should take a look at. All right, top 7, let's get to it. We got many great stocks to cover. Number 7 is SAFE. I love this stock, and it finished up 3.40%. Expect this one to be on the list a very long time. My average in it's $51.93, and now it has been 14 business days in a row that they have reported insider activity by iStar. And tonight, guess what happened? More purchases disclosed by iStar. And so this has really been terrific, and SAFE has just really been a great stock. And last year, this happened every day for 6 months. Right at this time frame is when it started, and it went all the way until February of 2020. It's looking like the same thing is going to happen all over again, which I think is pretty neat. So that's something to watch for. Number 6 is CAR, and this is brand new to the list. Today it finished down 0.18%, but my average in it's $34.48, so you can do better than me by getting in it tomorrow. There's $7 million in insider buys that happened yesterday, really late in the day, and so it was very bullish activity, and so I highly recommend it. I think CAR is going to be a terrific stock, and that should be a really good 3-day swing play. Number 5 is NMTR. So I did move this one way down the list, but today it did really well. Finished up 6.25%. My average in it's 68 cents. And lots of different officers have been buying shares, and so that is very bullish going forward, and I expect this one to continue to climb. Number 4 is AQST, and this is one of my favorite stocks, and has really just been running up and up each and every day. Today it finished only up 1.27%. My average in it's only $5.35. Analysts have a target of $18 a share, so on a PDUFA run-up stock, that is very important. They have a PDUFA date of September 27th. It's for Libervant. It's a seizure epilepsy drug that I think is really important, and I'm hoping gets approved. Anyway, I think AQST is going to really be a great stock for us. The next one, number 3, is LJPC. This is brand new to the list. This had a terrific day. It finished up 11.94%. My average in it's $3.99. Big insider activity, and this is basically round 2. If you remember, we had this stock before, made about 6% on it. This was earlier in the month, just kind of right at the beginning of the month, and now we've had more insider activity, and I'm going to go back into it, make another 6, 7, 8, 10%, who knows. Anyway, I think it's a really good stock, and I still think it's very early. It's good to get in. I'm expecting a big run up on it. Number 2 is FTK, and this is new to the list also, so we've got some new ones on the list. This finished up today 11.16%. Called it out on the Patreon group immediately when it happened. Average in it is $2.24, so I'm sitting pretty in it already. And multiple officers have been buying up shares, and it has been a very good stock. So I'm expecting that to continue, especially with the industry that they're in and what's going on in the Gulf of Mexico. I think that this one will continue to climb over the next couple of days. And the number 1 pick, and this is brand new to the list, and this happened today, later in the day, and I was able to call it out right away, and a bunch of people were able to enter on it. PRTY, so it's time to have a party. Now, the brand new to the list, today it finished up 5.58%. When it had insider activity reported, it was 3% down, and so that was a nice little move. My average in it's $2.25. Clifford Sosin bought shares totaling $484,000, and this has been happening over and over again. I haven't gotten in on this particular stock. And this time I wanted to get in on it because it has really run every time that there's been insider activity. It keeps running up, and then it'll go back down, then it'll have insider activity, it'll run back up again, and I keep missing it, but I'm not missing it this time. I'm looking forward to a big run up and already have pretty nice nice little gain on it. I do a lot of work for this list, so if you could please do me a huge favor and please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, I would be greatly honored if you would share this video with your friends. I enjoy talking with a lot of you each and every day, but if you are seeing me for the very first time and you like what I have to say and you like this list and how it's put together, if you could please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications, I would really appreciate it. Let's have a fantastic trading day tomorrow and a great rest of the week. I wish the best for each and every one of you, and Raythoven out.